Okay, we are ready to do question 5, and this should be a pretty easy one. So open up your Excel file for your project and go to the data spreadsheet page, the one that we've been starting from all along. And we're going to be working on the 3 columns for question 5. So that's where people were supposed to rate the quality, selection, and friendliness. So make sure those words all show up. And now scroll down to below all the data. You'll see a section that looks like this, where we're going to make a couple little tables in rows 86 through 96. So click in cell F87 and type the following: equals COUNTIF, that's COUNTIF, parenthesis, F$3, colon, F$77, comma, $D87, close parentheses, equal. And a number should appear. You might get a different number than I got. I got 20. But that, we just told Excel to look through the contents of cells F3 through F77 and count how many of those match what's in cell D87, which is the words very good. Now click that cell again and click on the little box in the lower right-hand corner and drag across to the other 2 columns and release, and it should copy that formula across. And now click on that little box again and drag down through the rest of the rows. So now the whole table is filled in with numbers. We copied the formula across, and those dollar signs in the formula tell Excel not to adjust the row or column numbers. The ones that don't have dollar signs in front of them did get adjusted. So when I took what was in column F and copied it across, the new formulas had G's and H's when they appeared in those columns. But the D did not get adjusted because it had a dollar sign in front of it. And then when I copied down, the numbers 3 and 77 didn't change because they had dollar signs in front of them. But the 87 did change, so that instead of looking at the very good, we were looking at the good or the fair or the poor. Now, the numbers you have in each column should add up to 75. And you might be able to tell just by looking at them or adding them in your head or with a calculator, or you can have Excel add them up for you. If you remember how we did that before, you can click in the cell below that and then go up to Auto Sum, hit Enter, and it'll add those for you. So like I said, they should add up to 75 in each column. If they don't, there's a problem, and you need to go up and fix it. Either what you typed in did not exactly match what I told you to type in here, or some of the data values weren't spelled or formatted correctly. Now, as I look back up at my data, I see that here in cell F3, I meant to type in poor, but somehow I left off the R, so I only typed in poo. So somebody rated the quality not poor, but poo. Maybe it means the same thing, but we want it to be one of the 4 legitimate choices: very good, good, fair, or poor. So I'm going to go back and fix that. Change it so it actually says poor. And now that did get counted correctly, and now the numbers do add up to 75. Column G is okay. Column H has a problem. This one's a little more subtle. I can't see anything wrong, but in cell H3, where I meant to type poor, P-O-O-R, instead I typed P-O-O-R space. You notice how there's a little space after the R? I'm going to delete that So that now it really does just say POOR with no space at the end. And now the numbers do add up to 75. Things got counted correctly. Now I'm going to fill in the second little chart with the percentages. So click in cell F93 and type equals F87 and then slash, which means divided by 75, and hit enter. And it should already be formatted as a percent, but if it isn't, you can go up here and click the percent button. Then again, copy that across to the other two columns and down to the other two rows. And make sure these are all centered. They should be already, but if not, you can use the centering button up here. And that's pretty much it. That's all we need. We got the what percent of the responses to questions 5A, 5B, and 5C were very good, what percent were good, what percent were fair, and what percent were poor. So now all we have to do is save, and then go into Canvas and submit your file. That's it.